their makers gather round. It's time to spread that crafty sound. Paper, ink, stamps and snips, we're rolling up our sleeves. Come get your tips, from fresh ideas to color so bold. New techniques and stories told. Every card a little piece of art. Let's dive in, let's make a start. New in the studio, Lisa's here. Spark your style, bring some cheer. Stamp it, snip it, let it flow. Watch your creativity grow.
Hi friends, welcome to New in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmid and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today was my first day of summer school. I teach a class called Discover Japan. I have a very small class, just 5 students, but they are all great. So I'll take it. The 5 students, they're super fun. And so we'll see. There's one that didn't come yet, so we'll see if she comes. Anyway, 5? No, there's only 4.
Today there were 4.
Today there were 4. Hopefully there'll be 5. Anyway, I'll have to do it for 3 weeks. Each week has a different amount of students. But okay, so I said on Saturday that I was going to show you some other things using Botanical Expressions, and that's what we're going to do. So come on down. Botanical Expressions is here in the July online exclusives. So looks like this, our July online exclusives, and it's got some really cute other things in it, but I am focusing on this right here, the Botanical Expressions right here. Okay. The funny thing about this, I think, is this highlights the words. It doesn't use the die, this card. So it's like, that's sort of interesting. Anyway, I am going to use, so we've got the words, love you more than words can say, you're wonderful in every way. Hi, Tina. Hi, Diane. Hi, Mary. And then somewhere I have the die. I've been using it. And I said, oh, I was thinking, I'm not going to put it back in there because I want to show you, but it's here somewhere. We'll get to it. Okay, so on Saturday, I showed you 2 ways to use this. Remember, I didn't have my twine. I still need to trade that out for like regular twine. But I think the die is over here. I'm just going to grab that die because I was just using it. Maybe. Can you see if you see the die over there?
Which one?
Oh, I've got it. Never mind. This one right here. So this die does not cut off the edges. So you could make it as this part as wide as you want. So there's no cutting of the edges. It just cuts out the leaves. So I did this one. Thank you for being there. And then we made this one, which I went back and kind of changed a little bit in that I had taped this together. And on one of the times I die cut it through, the tape was on the right side. And so I was like, well, what can I do about that? Well, I actually just put packing tape on the whole thing. So you can see it's all shiny. That's kind of fun. I was like, ooh, I kind of like that. I also matted it on white just to give it an extra border there. So you're wonderful in every way. I just thought that was a really fun card using 4 different pieces and putting them together in my colors. So let me show you a couple more ways to use that. I'm going to make 2 cards and then I have a scrapbook page to show you. So I'm going to start with this Blackberry Bliss. Blackberry Bliss. And I am going to, so here's what I meant by I can put this die, I can die cut it anywhere because it's not going to die cut out the piece off. So this piece is going to sit here. However, one way I can use it is I die cut another piece, and that piece, if I flip it over, can be underneath to give it a little more of like texture or to make it look a little bit more. Okay. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm using, this is in Petal Pink. Petal Pink, or is it our Barely Blush?
Barely Blush.
Barely Blush. It is Barely Blush because this is Barely Blush ribbon. So I'm not going to forget. And I'm going to put on the Barely Blush ribbon first. I don't like this little piece hanging off here, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't like it. I don't really like that one either, so let's get rid of that. I mean, I can do whatever I want, right? All right, the rest is okay. All right, so I'm going to tape or adhere a little piece of this ribbon right here. So we had such a fun weekend, 4th of July, with our grandkids. I'm just going to use Scotch tape. Yeah, setting off fireworks. They just, oh my gosh, they just love it. And we went to a new splash pad. That was really fun. Lots of fun things. So glad that they're in our lives. Okay, I am going to put this together. I want to, before I stick this on, I want to put this, I want to raise this one up because I can't raise that one up since that one's behind. So I am going to use my little strips here and raise up this one. Let's turn the corner on that and see what we have here. So, and those little bunnies we found, we came home, they were gone, which is kind of a good thing. They're probably old enough to move on with Mama. Not sure how big they are now, because I saw a little one, but it seemed really too big for what I thought it would be. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put that there, and I'm going to put one more little piece right there. Obviously, I'm not going to put any where the leaves are, but we will put one there. So how was your weekend? Oh, Diane said, not sure why the comments are being duplicated.
I think that must be on your phone or computer because I'm looking on Facebook and they're looking okay. So that
On our end,
sometimes.
I just see one. So have no fear. Have no fear. That's a joke. All right. So this is going to sit on here, but I do want this underneath it. So I have to kind of figure out how to place that where this is. I'm going to put adhesive on this one. Here it is. Grab my adhesive, and I'm going to grab my silicone sheet so I don't get adhesive all over everything. All right, so I'm going to put adhesive here and adhesive here. I did make sure, I almost hesitate to say that. I'm thinking I made sure it was the right width. Yes, because I wanted to make sure I did that before I stuck it on. All right, so let's see if we can do this. I am going to stick this on. I know it's a 1/4 inch, so I'm going to go there first, not stick this down, and see if I can get a little bit here. How much white is left? About that much. Oops. Let's see. That was a little bit high. Lower that a little bit. Let's see if that'll, before I commit. That works. Could go a little lower. I didn't want to commit. There we go. I did not. A little bit lower. And the leaves are not the same, correct? They are not. When you turn it over, or when you're cutting just a small piece like this, the leaves are not going to be exactly the same. They don't mirror each other. Let's pull that in a little bit. All right, I'm going to go with that. Put that down and put that right on top.
Hi, Sandy.
So it's kind of a fun little look there. Okay, I have something else I want to show you from the July online exclusive. And I don't know if I put my pages together right. Doesn't feel like it. But I do know these are in the very back. I'm not even gonna hunt for them because I feel like my pages aren't quite right. But these butterflies, they are called Gilded Wings Accents. And these butterflies are gold and they are beautiful. So I am going to use, ready? Ooh, this is all gold. Isn't that fun? So I am going to use, I cut one out for a different one. That's okay. We'll go ahead and pick one to put on here. Probably a big, I'm going to go with this one for no particular reason. Now, as I was looking at it, I was wondering, I'm like, I wonder if this is self-adhesive, and it is not. And I did not bring over my little brush. So I will grab my little mat here and see if we can just pop some of these out just by wiggling. See? I also didn't bring over my little vacuum. I mean, come on. Sometimes if you just wiggle things, they fall out. All right. So
speaking of Gilded.
Yes.
The new season of Gilded Age is coming out in sometime in the fall.
In the fall. Why do I have to wait so long?
I know.
I just don't like that. All right, let's get these. So like I said, it kind of looks like it's going to be self-adhesive, but I pulled apart a piece up here, where there's just blank, and it definitely is not. So gilded, gilded, gilded is so pretty, or gold, whichever. So there we go. Get rid of that one. I think I got them all. That's the other way to get rid of them. Okay. One more right there. Come on. Go away, 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 away. Okay. So, and I was thinking I'm just going to, okay. So this butterfly obviously has the lines cut out, but I could also layer it on top of another butterfly that is like this one, perhaps solid. Let's look and see, because maybe I don't want it just like that. Maybe I just want it like this, which I do. How pretty is that? I think that looks nice, except it's a different butterfly. Let's just look and see. Oh yeah, here's the right one. This is the exact butterfly right here. I can tell because it has those 3 little side pieces there. So that would be fun, because then it's gold underneath rather than seeing the card through it. So again, I'm going to grab a little tiny piece of this so I can pop up this piece right here, and maybe it won't show. There we go. And I'm going to put that right on the body there. There we go. Yeah, so I like that a lot better, because then it kind of has a little bit more dimension. A little bit. You could do more, but I'm going to stop at that. Let's flip that up a little bit. Okay, let's stick this puppy down, and like that. I'm going to put it over here, just like that. Okay, because I put the dimensional on, I feel like it's now wobbly, but it's fine. Okay, and then I was going to tie a small piece of ribbon right here, but I think I'm going to get my sentiment ready first, just in case we decide not to do the ribbon. All right, gold butterflies. Okay, for my sentiment, I'm going to echo this same color. I think I'll be okay with that. I'm going to go ahead and tie it. Echo the same color here with the Barely Blush. It's a really pretty color. It's very light, but I do like it. There we go. And let's just trim those. So there we go. I think that's probably good. All right. And so on my Barely Blush, I'm going to stamp, I decided, You Brighten My Day. And I'm going to stamp it in the Blackberry Bliss, because that is what color it is. And I think I pulled it out already. I did. I know I did. Or I'll just stamp it in black, I guess. Where is Blackberry Bliss? All right. I guess I have to go black. Heavy sigh. It's okay. It'll still look good. All right. So I'm going to do Brighten My Day. Good. And then I'm just going to give it a little... Where's the rest of my stuff, honey? Are you down here messing with my stuff?
That's it.
There it is. The punch I wanted.
In the last 5 seconds before you went on the air, I managed to grab it.
All right, let's see. That just barely fits. Not really enough. So I'm just going to snip it. Just going to give it an angle. And this one will just be straight. And I'm going to tuck it right in between those wings, like right there. All right, and I am going to go ahead and pop that up. Of course. But I do want to pop it up. If I use a little strip, I need to use 2 of them. Otherwise, it kind of wobbles. And it's not a weeble. And it wobbles. All right. What do you think? I also have some, hang on, hold on. I also have some little gems that we could put on just to give it a little bit of bling bling. These are the pearlized faceted circles. I just think they're so pretty. And I think they can work with this, especially the lighter colors like this one, the lighter ones. I'm going to put one over here. I want a big one over there. I'll put some little ones up here. Maybe a little one there and one big one down below here. There. What do you think? It's pretty, isn't it? With the gold and with the, so this is one way you can do the double use this die and do it double. Okay, I'm going to show you another way. What do you think about this one? Yeah, it is elegant, isn't it? It almost feels like it should have something more elegant than You Brighten My Day, but it is very pretty. Okay, the next one I am going to use, this is our, it's not gilded, but it's in the last online exclusive, so it's not in July. It's the one before that, which would be 7/5 May. So I am going to use this. Look how shiny this is. So this paper comes in a set of 3 colors, and the colors, you get 2 sheets of each. So kind of a lot to use for a whole card. You could just use the front, but I'm just going to use the whole thing. So we've got blue, we've got this kind of like berry burst, and then this, I think it's like shaded spruce. So I did that right in the middle. You see that? I did the little die. And on this time, I did actually, when I used my die, I tried to make it so I didn't have weird pieces sticking off the edge. Okay? I kind of didn't like that when I had little things sticking off the edge. On this one, I am going to, now you could leave it like that, or you could put a little piece of white underneath, but I'm going to use the Valley in Bloom and put this right up on top. I just think the Valley in Bloom, it kind of goes with it. It's just really, really pretty. So let's grab a piece of that. And you could put this, because it doesn't cut the edges, you can put it anywhere you want. But I just thought this was really pretty. Valley in Bloom. And this is about 5.5 inches wide. So Valley in Bloom. And I have a little piece to put here on the bottom, like that. So grab that. Okay, this ribbon, we're done with that ribbon. Bye-bye. There we go. All right. So we will do this. And stick this down here, leaving that border, a little bit less border on one side, more on the other. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, that too is pretty, isn't it? Now, inside, I don't have to put a white piece, but if you notice, the thick cardstock, I don't know if you can see that, is a little different color than the Willow White. I guess this is more of a white. So if you wanted to, you could pop a piece in there so that that was a little bit more white. Either way. Also, if you put a piece on here like this, there might be a little bit more stability on that. But I kind of like the window that you can see through. So let's go ahead and get, I thought this one would be fun to, again, use my butterfly. But on this one, use some gold. This is the gold mesh ribbon. Gold striped mesh ribbon. It's really, really pretty. I love, okay, I don't want to do this butterfly again, but I'm sorry, I'll have to. Let's get all these things out. Flick, flick. Can you go grab my little brush?
Yes.
Thank you. Because that is just taking too long. All right, what else are we going to do in here? We're going to do a sentiment. With my sentiment, I did use there's a stamp set on the table too. Can you grab that? Thanks. One that I used a die from. How's that for specifics? I'm going to stamp a little thank you on this, and then I'm going to put the gold ribbon just on the side because I have a little bit of space here. Probably the one right there that you're holding. All right, so I'm using shaded spruce. Let's see if it's straight. If not, we can do the other side, right? Oh, that is definitely. I'm going to try one more time. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get it a little bit straighter. Yes, little words I think are hard to get straight. So we'll put that there and tie my little gold, and it's going to sit right here. Once you see the stamp set, you're going to be like, oh, what are you looking for? Brush. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And everything is clean over there now, so. Oh, and the vacuum. Thank you. Maybe that's why it's a little bit easier to find. Maybe. All right. Maybe he's like, no. Because we have Card Cafe this week, this Saturday. All right. I'm just going to tie that in a knot one more time. That shaded spruce is really pretty, I think. Another elegant, quite elegant card. I do want these to go this way. So you just kind of manipulate it to go the way you want it to go. And let's trim those a bit. I think they're going to go up and down. That's just how they feel like they want to be right now. So that is also okay. All right. And this piece is going to sit right here, just a little bit underneath. I'm going to pop it up. So let's grab just a regular old dimensional. I know, don't pass out, not using the strip. I'm going to do one on each side. Boop. And I'm going to do one in the middle. All right, what do you guys think? It's elegant. This one also, I feel like it's elegant. It's really pretty. It's just a really stunning card. All right, so thank you. Thank you. Just kind of centering that there. And since Dave did bring me my little, this, I can get that butterfly. And yeah, I'll use this mat, even though you usually use a foam mat with it, but I think this will be fine. Look at that. I probably should do it on the non-gold side. Did you see how some of it was rubbing off? Maybe on the non-gold would be better. Aren't they pretty, though? There's a lot of detail on them. A lot of detail. I think I just missed one right here, and that's it. That's much easier than picking them out, picking out all of them. Okay, and you know what Dave brought over? Woo! Little vacuum. Love it. Just that quick. Okay, so as I'm looking at this and I can see it kind of wobbly, I definitely would glue a white piece of paper on the back of it because I think that would make it a little more sturdy. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll just adhere that here. That will, yeah, I think that'll just make it hold a little bit better. And, oopsie. Put that right there, since I don't really need it on the inside here, although you could do one there also, just to make the whole thing sturdier. There we go. I think that's prettier too. Okay, my butterfly. This one I'm going to leave with nothing else on it because it's white behind it, so I feel good about that, that it's just going to be so pretty. And just stick some adhesive on there and stick that one on. I mean, I could stick it in a different place, but I'm kind of over in the same place as I was with my last card. Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
They're both really, I mean, this is such a stunning die. Okay, did you have something you want to tell us? Because then I have a scrapbook page I want to make.
I do.
While he's getting that queued up, I'm going to show you. This is where I got that die from. This one, it cuts out the inside and it cuts out the outside. So it does cut, here's the outside. Cuts out both. This is Fragrant Layers. So if I wanted to, I could have put that down. I don't think it needed more. Oopsie. I think it's fine just like that.
All right, so for everything, go to thestamperstudio.com. Once you're there, you can scroll on down, shop for products. I've added a link directly to shopping online exclusives.
Thank you.
These are a part of our online exclusives that just went live in July. They're available while supplies last. So I always recommend getting them sooner than later is the best way. And with these, we're starting to move into fall. So we've got some Halloween, some Christmas, some very fun things going on there. Scroll down just a little bit further and you will come to Card Cafe. Card Cafe is our in-person event that happens here in our Minnetonka studio. The next one is happening this Saturday at 10 a.m. When you come to Card Cafe, you get to choose 5 designs, make 2 of each of those. So you walk away with 10 beautiful cards, a morning filled with fun and laughter, and a great time is had by all. So Card Cafe coming up this Saturday, 10 until noon. Please register by Wednesday so we would know how many are coming and we can be ready for you.
All right. Thanks, hon. So I want to make, using this same die, I want to make a little scrapbook page for you. And I sometimes don't often use or make scrapbook pages, but I think this will be really fun. So I am going to grab, I have 2 sheets of white. I hope I think I do. I think I do. Yeah, here's the other one. So 2 sheets of white. So let's make one side and then we'll make the other side. I'm going to actually start with the right side because I really am excited about this. All right, look at this. How fun is that to make a whole strip? And the way I did that is it doesn't cut off at the end. So you just die cut, then move it down, and then move it down. And there, you know, if something is off, like something is a little bit wonky, you just cut it. Just cut it out if you see something that's a little strange, like only half a flower or something. So I thought, well, that could be kind of fun, but how much more fun to just put that on. Oh, this is our in color paper. And I purposely chose, so this is this in color paper. I purposely chose a stripe that was, it's a bigger stripe. It's actually right in the middle of the paper. But using the stripes, I could easily line this up, which also made it kind of easy to cut out. All right, I am going to mat these on Calypso Coral because look how pretty this is. Now I know I did not have 12 by 12 Calypso Coral, but I think with all of this going on, you're not going to notice it. So I'm going to just glue on right on top of the Calypso Coral. I'm going to glue, not all of them, just some. Maybe the edges are really what I need, huh? A couple of these, keep moving down. But I was kind of excited. Cheryl, you actually suggested that. You said, oh, it would be cute going up and down. I was like, yeah, it would be cute on the edge of a scrapbook page going up and down. So I thought, oh, that's perfect. Look how big it is. Because the in color paper this year is 12 by 12. So that gives us a little bit more to work with. All right. So I am going to start. Pause. I'm going to tape these two together on the back. I did make sure they're the same size, but I'm just going to run them right to the edge there and just give it a little piece of tape so that I know that will stay as I'm putting on my glue, putting on my little pieces here. All right, so I'm going to go all the way to the top of this and try to get it somewhat in the middle. This would be a good use also for that adhesive, self-adhesive strips. Yeah, it would be a little bit easier. It would all stick, right? Yep. I'm just going to scooch this over, although you wouldn't be able to do this with it, right? I'm going to scooch that over a little bit, make sure there we go. All right, and I'm just going to stick this on, and then I'll trim off. Actually, I don't need to. I can just trim off the bottom. I'm going to trim off this much, leave myself a little bit. And nope, it goes edge to edge. I'm perfectly fine. I'm going to cut that off. Isn't that pretty, though? It's very tropical. Let's grab some adhesive, and we'll see if you even notice on the other side where the tape is. I think that's why when I was putting it on, it got a little off because the tape, with the piece with the tape can move. All right, I'm going to go right to the edge here. That's pretty. What do you think? And then I just see this one popping up. What's up?
For some reason, we went blurry.
Oh, wow. Very blurry.
Can you lift up and let's try to refocus it?
Yeah.
And go down. Weird. Very strange. Let me switch.
I'm just going to glue some of these on, so I'm not, don't worry, you're not missing anything. Do you want to go out and come back in?
No, can't do that.
Okay, can't do that.
Oh, there we go.
All right, back on track. Perfect.
Back in focus.
All right, so there we
weird.
go. That was very strange. Okay, and we can do more here, but I'm going to do the other side, and because I have a special thing I want to do on the other side. I did have Dave print out some pictures of Hawaii, and I am going to snag the pineapple for sure. But let's go ahead and build this first, and then I might have put it in the comments so you're not sitting there watching me cut out all those photos. Okay, using Petal Pink, this piece is pretty big. It's a little bit over, it's almost 5 3/4 and by 9. 5 3/4 by 9, could be any size, doesn't really matter. Do a little thing right there. There we go. Okay, so this is going to go about here. And then I am going to tuck some leaves up behind it. So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and stick this on. I'm good with that already. But we're going to make another little really. There we go. Boom, 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 done. All right. I'm going to stick this here. I do notice that this little piece is not cut out. One thing I wanted to comment is when I use the Designer Series paper, instead of using cardstock, I did have to use wax paper. My first one kind of fell apart. First off, because it wasn't wide enough. So I didn't leave enough on the edge. So it just wasn't staying. And I had to like pull it out of here. It was really stuck in there. So you have to use the wax paper or parchment paper to make that work. All right, we are going to take a photo that would go there. Hopefully, yep, I see some. I see some that will work. And we're going to cut a few of these leaves out to use them to make the top, but you won't even know that the whole leaf is not there because you won't know. That's why. Okay, so oops, it's attached here. We'll just get that piece, and this one we're making to a leaf shape because it kind of is right there. You can see it's kind of, I'll move over here so you can see it. There you go. So it's kind of square. Well, I don't want it to be square. I want it to be pointy. Okay, so that could sit right here. Well, that still is kind of pointy. Let me just fix that real quick. There we go. But I can have it up here. I can have it here. I'm going to put it here on this. And let's get a couple others. Looking for the biggest ones. I guess they're all kind of the same. Let's take this one. Just got that out. So just know you can use some of these leaves also in addition to your using them for other things. Okay, I don't want an upside down leaf though. So let's trim that there. And that is okay. I just have to trim the top. Just can use them for different things like this and that. Do you see the detail on this? You can see all the lines of the, can you see that? All the lines of the leaves, yeah. And then I probably would do one up here like that. Maybe behind that one if I cut this a little bit smaller. You would not know that the whole thing's not there. That's the goal, right? Okay, so I'm going to stick this one just behind here like that. That's going to go there. Like that. Oopsie. All right, I got to stick this on, otherwise it's just going to keep falling off, right? There we go. I want it to go up over the edge like that. So I'm going to put this one there like that. Get it straight. Okay, and I didn't put down the whole thing. So what if my picture is not that size, right? And then I'm going to take the other one I cut, and I could go down here. I could go up here. There's lots of places I can choose to add a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and like right there because that looks really pretty. And just add a little bit of glue on the back and just tuck that under. So you could do a card like that too, right? Of course. And I'm going to put one little piece on, one little dot of glue right here on there, just to keep that down. Okay, and then you have other photos, of course. So we could do another photo like here, overlapping this like that. And we could put butterflies on it. So obviously I'm not finishing the entire thing, but just to show you, there's some just really fun things you can do using this border. Let's grab my other page. I got a lot on here with the scrapbook page. All right, so you can do a lot of things. Let's pull this one over. I'll just squish it together a little bit. So it's pretty. I mean, I think it would be really pretty. Add a couple butterflies, Once you have some pictures, maybe a big picture on this side, you could add some more of the flower of the leaves in that color or in the calypso. That color being Barely Blush. Nope, petal pink, petal pink. So there you go. What do you think? Yeah, it is. Oh, not blurry on YouTube. That's great. Yeah, this leaf die is really fun. So lots of things you can do with it. This being one. I don't often do a lot of scrapbook pages, so I was trying to stretch a little bit. This one, right? This I would definitely glue down on that side. This one, these are definitely elegant. I'm going to switch this up. And then the ones that I did the other day, I think are kind of more fun. This one definitely. But look at the variety in all of these different ways that you can use that leaf die. So super fun, I think. That's what I have for you. I am excited to share with you a birthday stamp set on Saturday. I don't remember the name of it. It is an online exclusive, which is available to you now. But I hope you have a great week. Stay cool. I don't know how hot it's going to be the rest of the week, but have a great week. And until I see you on Saturday at Card Cafe, happy stamping.
Hey there, makers, gather round. It's time to spread that crafty sound. Paper, ink, stamps, and snips. We're rolling up our sleeves. Come get your tips. From fresh ideas to color so bold. New techniques and stories told. Every card a little